Obviously, things are going to change pretty rapidly for Microsoft heading into the next year, and whether or not, people are as receptive to that as they possibly would be or should be is really kind of on them. But for me personally, I am ecstatic by what we should expect, and I think that at the end of the day, what Microsoft has offered has been pretty much unparalleled and unmatched in terms of value, in terms of what they've been doing for fans, and just in general, I think they've done just a fantastic job. Now, when it comes to this type of announcement, I think that obviously, you just kind of look at it and you go, okay, well, that's one side of it, and, what's some of the other sides? Because to be quite frank with you, when it comes to some of this stuff, especially with like the Activision deal, you have a lot of people that are kind of for it, even in the industry, right? And the only people that I've seen against it so far are the FTC for some reason, and Sony. And I don't really understand that because, first of all, Sony is in the number one position in video games, and it seems like these companies are afraid of giving them true competition, which is a bit of a shame to me. But at the same time, I'm looking at it and I'm going, listen, Microsoft is going to just have to kind of bull their way into it and try to figure something out, because obviously, a lot of people are rooting for this to go through. And I want to get into this because, like I said, this announcement was pretty off the hook, and I think a lot of people are going to be talking about it. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of these videos, which would be pretty amazing if you think about it. And I know that is like a small goal, but still a goal that I would like to reach nonetheless. And it just would mean a lot to me if we could get there together. So thank you guys for rocking out with me and just doing your thing. Now, here's what's very, very interesting. So a former Call of Duty developer said that the team actually daydreamed about Xbox buying Activision and buying them out. It's a weird thing to say, right? So heading into the next year, one of the biggest questions in video game industry revolves around Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard. Now, it remains to be seen whether the purchase will be approved, but Call of Duty developer Jack Burrows recently provided some insight into the impact it's already had at Treyarch. Speaking on a podcast, the Black Ops Cold War level designer said that while the team did not let the deal impact day-to-day operations, many employees would quote-unquote daydream about Microsoft taking over, imagining how things might change as a result. And this is what he had to say, and I quote, "Yeah, we would daydream about how it would affect the day-to-day. We would think about it and we would all talk about it, like, I wonder if this will change, or if this process won't be like that anymore, or if we'll get more freedom to do whatever here and there and stuff like that." Now, there's been a lot of speculation that Microsoft could bring an end to Call of Duty's yearly release cycles, allowing more time between game releases. Now, Burrows went on to point out that while it was fun to talk about and think about how things might change under Microsoft, he sees things pretty much staying the same should the deal go through, since the Call of Duty franchise prints money, quote unquote. Call of Duty fans won't know if the deal goes through until March of 2023 at the earliest. That's when regulators in Europe will finish the second phase of their investigation into the proposed purchase. The Commission's key concern is that Microsoft could foreclose access to Activision Blizzard's console and PC games, with the Call of Duty series specifically mentioned. Now, Microsoft has pledged to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for at least 10 years and has frequently intimated that the company would lose money by cutting players off from the series. But for now, fans and Activision employees will have to keep waiting to see what happens. Now, the cool thing is that, right now, Chile has actually done a good thing and approved the Activision Blizzard deal. And that's something that, a lot of people are probably not going to talk about, but I think the more places that actually agree to this is going to be even better. So you know what, I think that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be talking about, and again, I think Microsoft has honestly done a lot of cool things. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Another place Chile has approved the deal in phase 1. Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard, currently under scrutiny due to the competition imbalance that some are claiming could cause if the deal goes through. From the viewpoint of Sony anyway. The FTC recently filed a court case against Microsoft to block the merger, but Microsoft believes the FTC approach to the deal is unconstitutional. Until now, the almost $70 billion deal was approved by regulatory bodies of Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Serbia. Chile has now also joined the list of countries that have approved the merger. Today, the Chilean Competition Authority has unconditionally approved Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard in Phase 1. The following is a statement they released. These companies carry out activities in the same segments, developing, publication, and distribution of video games, and on different levels, with Microsoft producing the Xbox console and other video game platforms, such as Game Pass, whereby their activities overlap horizontally and vertically. The prosecutor's office considered that the operation was not suitable to substantially reduce competition, considering, among other evidence, patterns and preferences of video game consumers in Chile. Now, in October, it was confirmed that Chile is also among the other countries investigating their deal. Their initial statement was that they have no problem with this transaction, like Brazil, which was among the first countries to approve the deal. Now, undoubtedly, this is a relief for Microsoft, considering the legal trouble it is currently facing due to the deal. Other countries are still investigating this, and the merger, are still having issues going through in certain places. The UK Competition Authority, the CMA, has recently entered the second investigation phase to examine the acquisition even closer. While the EU regulators are conducting a detailed survey of the impact of Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard and what the aftermath could actually deal, nevertheless, this acquisition will be remembered as the most expensive in gaming and most controversial one. However, when it looks like things are going in favor of Microsoft, another legal case or authority is waiting for it to become a hurdle. So a lot of things kind of back and forth, when it comes to this. But again, when you have more of these things passing like this, I think that it's definitely a great thing to see. Microsoft is always going to have kind of this fight on their hand when it comes to these types of things. Again, it's just one of those things that I think Microsoft is going to have to continue to kind of fight with. And, I think that it's for the good. You want more options. And I know people are like, how is it more options? But at the end of the day, of course it's more options. You're going to start to see, so many games come about for Microsoft. People are going to have more ways to access it. It's not going anywhere on PlayStation. It'd be foolish to, like Minecraft. Why would you pull that from PlayStation? You wouldn't. It'd be a stupid thing to do. So we keep seeing these things kind of come about. And Microsoft is, and doing the good thing, the things that they can do, the things that they should do, and they're saying the right things as well. So, anybody can go out there and do this, but let's just be honest. Sony, they're just salty. There's no other way around it. They're just very salty about this. It is a deal that they couldn't afford to do even if they wanted to, and to me, I think that says everything that you need to say when it comes to to the deal. So yeah, I think that as far as Microsoft is concerned, I do believe that Sony is in a much worse place. We always see that Microsoft is out there trying to do their thing and kind of get things going in a positive manner for fans, and that really kind of, I think anyway, perplexes Sony, because Sony really wants the ability to kind of regulate everything that anybody does in gaming. And they think that they should have special treatment. And to be honest with you, I've never ever thought that they should. And I hope that they never get preferential treatment or special treatment, because I think that would be, just one of those things that's complete and utter nonsense. Honestly, just because they were doing video games before Microsoft doesn't mean that they should be able to do things that Microsoft can't do. And that's pretty much where I stand on this whole situation. And it is nice to see that Microsoft is not just taking it lying down. They're fighting back with it. And, that's really all just good stuff in my opinion. So with that being said, please let me know what you all think, as it means a lot to me. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thank you so much for watching. Crap Gamer out.